Okay, so I love this like idea. Small child, abstract like thoughts, and then bigger person. I've always thought of I don't know. This was interesting because this wasn't really on purpose. This is just something I did because I didn't like I'm not gonna lie. I didn't like going to college. College seemed very annoying. I'm kind of just doing the same thing as I was in high school. So I thought, screw it, let me just go into this art thing. So I did this, and I started this in August, but halfway through August, because you start college halfway through, and then I continued and I did the abstract version, and this is just like I just did this because I don't even remember. I just wanted to make a bunch of like abstract spaceships or some shit, or like I don't know. I just wanted different shapes because this one was fun, but it was annoying making like the human body because I'm basically basing it off of how I do anatomy, how I've been studying anatomy. And I don't like drawing like anatomy unless they're in shapes. This is all shapes. So it's like this, if you want to think about it, this is a child, right? Or like a young kid. This is its and then this is its mind. This is how the kid's mind works. I'm sure there's like some neuroscience shit if you want to make it neuroscience, but for me it's just I draw. This is all like September. I don't know what I was doing during September. All I know is that it was very inspiring artistically speaking. Then there's October. This is my favorite one just because it looks the most like me, Loki. And then there's obviously this is my favorite one up there. Captain Seema's squad. I think 14. I don't know. I was watching a lot of Bleach at the time. Me and my friend Arian were just talking about Bleach. So that's my favorite one because I was just able to make my own squad. The rest of them are also really interesting, like very interesting to me. The stars collide when you and I intertwine for the first time. Oh yeah, I was getting really into rock and grunge at the time because one of my friends. Um, yeah, I don't know. I just really like this 3 months. This period is very interesting to me because, like, again, at the time, I did not like the fact that I had to be in school for another 4 years. So I just put all my energy into like this type of stuff, and it's just so nice how it worked out. This is a kid. This is the mind. This is how it grows up. This is like really again for whatever reason this just works for my brain really well. It's literally just how I grew up essentially as a child. As a child, all this stuff is random. On the back, there's something else, but like all this stuff is random. This is how I thought as a kid, but I couldn't express it. And then this right here, this is like all of my thoughts, just all random, all here. And then boom, I'm like a young adult. That's really cool, in my opinion. And then you have November. November was fun because I decided to embrace the fact that I want to make stories. I love stories. My mom has been encouraging me to make stories since I was a little kid. But also not like drawing stories. She thought I should be a writer, which I am. Like I do write them, but like you can't have stories without pictures. Like I get what she meant, but like you have to have pictures. Anyway, so these two, the blue and pink, are for my story about the shadows of Incisio. Okay, I know it's very corny, but like think of Doctor Fate and like Power Rangers, or actually no. Let me, if I'm being honest, if that's not really how Power Rangers work. Think of Common Rider, Doctor Fate, like combined, and then also the cool thing is that it's a story set in the future, which is like for me it's 2025. But these are like this is all a flashback. All of these are flashbacks. All of these are flashbacks because the main character lived in 2025 and he's part of this organization called Blue Ivy, and Blue Ivy is the important one. But that's current day. It's all the Blue Ivy organization. In the past, we had Rokai. We had Rokai and his brother. And oh, no. Sorry, I'm so sorry. This is Rokai, the son of Lokalai. This is a flashback to the brother of Lokalai, Lanthea, and those two are very powerful. These are just standalones. I wanted to make my own domain expansion. Um, I thought it was funny. Adam Star. This one is just fun because these are just two buddies, or really not. They're gonna be friends later, but this guy just keeps bothering this guy. So it's just like, hey, I gotta use the I don't want to use the domain expansion, but like I might as well. And then it's just Black Hole Sun because Black Hole Sun, won't you come and wash away the rain? And then I don't know what I was drawing November 1st. I think I was just tired. And then you have November 3rd, 4th, and 5th. I want to put it. I don't want to put it in the Shadows of Incisio story, but I can put it in Savant, which is like kind of similar. Savant is very much more a Power Rangers like type thing. It's one of my like hyper fixations. I really love the idea of like superheroes who use technology to become like that's very interesting to me. Like SPD, Operation Overdrive. I don't really like the mystical stuff. It may be just because like my mom used to tell me don't believe in magic. I like fantasy, don't get me wrong, but science fiction, science fantasy is where I'm really. Anyway, Savant, this is an awakening of a girl's power. I'm calling her Hanoya in the story. She's gonna be important. She's gonna be kind of like Terra, but like a little bit different. Terra from Teen Titans. I'm not sure what these guys are doing. Again, a lot of the stuff I don't know what I'm gonna do with. And then there's the green files, which are interesting because they can really fall into any of the stories. Of anything, these will just be NPC or like filler characters maybe. Although some of them could also go into my other story, but it kind of depends. These ones were just not really like connected at all. These were just random sketches I would do when I was bored at home or bored. I don't get bored, I get bored very easily. But it's not as if like the person or where I'm at is interesting. I'm just always wanting to do something else. But anyway, that's the green files, and then we come over to December. We come over to December, and this one is sort of like this is basically November but without the strings because the strings were only like supposed to help me understand it. But now everything's kind of color coded. So if it falls together, it's just gonna have the same color for the most part. There is a bit of a difference. Asajj Ventress, since she's part of Star Wars, obviously won't be part of the story. Those four will be part of the same story. Um, I don't know what I'm gonna do with Dontel Carter and Amos Carter. They're supposed to be part of the Obi, like the Hoop Dreams thing, but like why do they have horns? I think I just like horns. I'm not gonna lie. Like I like animals with horns. Longhorns, rams, all that stuff. I just like animals that have horns. I think it's like really cool. Cause it's just like it's not even on some demonic. I just like how horns work. Like in Bleach, people have horns. I was like, that's cool. But anyway, obviously in the comic about in the comic Hoop Dreams, he's not gonna have horns. But I mean, maybe I don't know. There's a Adola circuits. Again, I got really into Fire Force at the time, so a lot of my stuff would reference Adola, and Fire Force is very interesting because it's very much like a commentary on religion, but like I don't. It's like you're also really not. So you have the shards or ghouls of Senandola. I could probably put that in like anything really. Savant it could go into, but also since this is a little bit more mystical, I could also put this into like Shadows of Incisio. Honestly, this could be like I do want to connect those two stories at some point. I don't know how I'll do it, but eventually I do want to connect those stories. I'm pretty sure I drew this one because I felt like lonely or some shit. Don't worry, but like I'm fine. But I was like, damn, everybody has a girlfriend. Everyone has a boyfriend. That sucks. But then I was also like, do I want one right now? Nah. And then that's just directly copied from Bleach. I'm pretty sure it's like the scene where they confront Unohana. That's just not original at all. Those are random. Sometimes when I'm tired, I can't actually make a story, so I just like copy it. I just I just make like a basic thing, and it's just a bunch of weird stuff. These are all romantic based. I'm pretty sure. Oh, Skater Girls. I want a Skater Girl. Nothing too deep about that. I just really want a Skater Girl. Some of these are just because like I wanted a girlfriend, but like I knew I didn't need one at the moment, so I was just like, cool. Visions. Okay, that's definitely going into something. Where is that going into? I don't know, but that's going into something that's Savant. Visions goes in Savant. Obviously, this is in Sizio Rokai, so that's the kid. That's the son of Localai. Obviously, that goes there. I don't know who's giving him this lightsaber, but like he's gonna have a lightsaber. This is gonna be so much fun. Then there's Lanfear and his. This is Lanfear and possibly Localai, maybe, or it could be Lanfear teaching Rokai, his nephew, how to use his power. It really could be anything. That's how much fun this will be. Christmas. I don't know what I think it's just a dual lightsabers. This is because of my friend Moodit. Shout out him. This is really fun because he he like encouraged me to like really get into One Piece because One Piece is getting really good. It's like dang, okay. I sped run it with him to the point of like to the point where we got to some Impel Down, I think, and then I watched the rest of it. I watched like up until like Ace's execution, and even though I knew Ace was gonna get executed, like that hit me so hard, and I was like, "Damn, this is good as hell." So I tried to redraw it, but like with my own original character, and it kind of worked out. I mean, I don't know, it was a really emotional moment for me. And then these ones are interesting. This one was just like I don't know. I just this was just a vibe. This one again, just a vibe. This is like they're both crosses, I guess, but they had more creative liberty with this. This one, I think I was just feeling sad that day, but also optimistic. So I drew these three characters. And Loki, this one is fun because, okay, in the story with Kiali is one of the people. He's a unique character blessed with like two abilities. So in the Shadows of Incisio, the Incisio bloodline either has they have a computational or an artistic mind. I don't think in that's just how it works. Like either you have the blessing of logic or the blessing of creativity or something. Kiali is weird. He has both, but he's never been able to use both at the same time, except in Kiarama. So this one right here, this guy's probably going to be a follow. This one would be a Turing. This one would be a follow too. And also, I kind of want to just make a short comic of just these characters interacting because I started reading webtoons so I could get good at making comics, and I found it so funny about like comics about people or about two characters who just kind of don't like each other, but they like hang around each other. I thought that was hilarious. Like again, it's just fast forwarding to February. These two are just like friends, and honestly, this could just be Kiali's inner world. Again, Bleach reference. This could just be Kiali's inner world, just being like, yes. Or like these two are just like hanging out. They don't even really hate each other. They're just kind of confused. I think I have another one of them in. I don't? Dang. Whatever. I think, and then January. January was weird because I think I drew these all on the same day, but they were a reflection of the week. So, okay, some of this was at winter break. This is just because I was Max and Ruby. Again, when I'm bored and I'm kind of like down, I just draw things from my childhood. Again, dope as hell. This one, I think we were watching like a lot of stuff about the future, and me and my brother were like, you know what, screw it, bro. Let's just move to a different country because apparently, you watch enough news, you're like, oh shoot, America's going down the drain. It's just like I don't think. Anyway, that one, the future is void. I love the void character. He's my favorite whenever I'm feeling like I kind of down. They just enter the void. It's like the heart. Anyway, really interesting. These ones are all fun because like these could all be just superpowers that they have in the show or in this comic. Um, January 11th. Again, January 31st is very interesting because for me, this power would be equivalent to like a Tsukiyomi, where the power is just like it puts you into a trance or whatever. On January 18th, I don't know what that is. The 30th, I don't know what that is. I don't. A lot of these don't make sense after I do them, but I just leave them up to other interpretation. This Power Rangers reference, Andros, he's the Red Ranger. I'm a nerd, I get it. January 17th, again, just cool powers. A lot of these are just like what would happen if they had cool. But this one I think was supposed to be a sticker, but I was like, I don't like that shape, and I just turned him into like something. Again, a lot of these could just be parts of the spiritual realm in either story. Although I guess this one would be more fitting in Blue Ivy. I kind of want to put it in Savant, and I think the connection is just that Savant's inner world is going to be a lot similar to the other inner world in the inner worlds of the characters in the the Shadows of Incisio, but the connection will be that eventually one of them will tap into the other, and then it'll just be very meta. This one is like a mental health thing. My sister likes to talk to me about mental health, and I talk to a lot of people who have mental health stuff, and I'm just like, I pray your brain will be kinder to you because it's just your brain being sick. So anyway, this one I drew at my church thingy. I guess not really church. Well, anyway, I thought it was fun. I started doing that at church where I just like draw so I don't lose focus. Ooh, this one is a Tsukiyomi. This one is fun. I really like the concept of the Uchiha powers. Even though Naruto isn't written the best, it's still written very, very, very well. I know people don't like it, the way Shippuden is written because it doesn't fulfill what Naruto the kid version is. I never understood that. Why are you mad at the? Oh my! I could go on a rant for that for days, because people are just like, oh, why is Naruto original better than Naruto Shippuden? Let me pull up the Bible real quick, because I actually hate this so much. Do not say why were the old days better than these, for it is not wise to ask such questions. Ecclesiastes 7:10. I am so tired of people just being like, hey, why isn't Naruto the same now? Why is it that the grown-up version doesn't feel as good as the old version? Because you grew up. Oh my goodness. The same thing with Boruto. A lot of people hated Boruto, and I was just like, why do you hate Boruto? Because Boruto did this. Boruto, it's like, that's growing up. You have to grow up. Of course you Naruto won't feel like Naruto Shippuden. And is the writing not as good? Probably not, because it's written better than the manga. It's a anime. Animes take a long time to produce. Oh my goodness. I hate it whenever there's like an accelerate like a time skip, right? And then everybody's complaining that it doesn't feel like the old show. Of course it doesn't feel like the old show. The old show is over, the new show is here. Why are you complaining? Like, do you know how much of a blessing it is that we have a Naruto Shippuden and a Boruto? We don't even have a Trigun anime. We don't have a good one. But we have three versions of Naruto? Oh my goodness. I could write an essay about that. Oh, here's February. This one was fun. I wanted to be a rock star. This one is fun because I think that's gonna be part of Savant, but I'm not sure. That one is just I thought that was cool. I'm gonna put that in Savant too. This one, this is a Sharingan. I don't know why. I got really into Naruto again, but like I only wanted to read it. I don't like watching Naruto, but I love reading it. This I was sick, so all my sketches were kind of bad, but it was working pretty well. And then the seventh, again, sick. My ideas don't form the same, so it kind of reverts back to like the kid, where all my things are kind of disorganized, but it kind of actually no. Here, the kid. This is the child. This is it. It will make a lot more sense. Anyway, we have February 10th. This is someone breaking out of the void. I thought it was kind of cool. So my health is getting better. February 8th, again. I like this one because I just want to I want to make a short comic about the follow, these are like the artistic minds. And then we're gonna have like a Turing. Honestly, these two will probably just be follow and Turing. But they don't ever fight. They just kind of like argue, they bicker with each other, but it's just like, or whatever. Then there's a game over. I think I was watching. No, this was a Super Bowl. Oh yeah, Drake, Kendrick, very silly beef, but I thought it was fun. And I don't know. And then February 11th, I don't know what that is. February 12th, random. Where's the 13th? Ooh, this is fun because this is like the spiral conspiracy. It's just fun. February 14th, again, Valentine's Day. So part of me is like, you know what? Valentine's Day is cool. It's important for everybody to like celebrate their love. Don't be a hater. Another part of me is like, why the fuck don't I have a Valentine? Excuse me for my language. But like, why don't I have a Valentine? And I'm like, wait, I'm picky. I'll come date. Valentine's Day is very mixed for me. So that's why I was like, love maybe. And this is like a girl crushing on my character in me. And it's like, well, I wonder what's going through his mind. And then for me, it's like, I don't think so. I'm just gonna be like McDonald's or ramen. McDonald's or like that's my thought process. February 15th. Oh yeah, this is when I was cooking. When I'm in that mode, when I'm like in flow state, this is when I'm cooking. So February 15th, fire. 17th, fire. 19th, fire. 16th, fire. Uh 18th, fire. This is also when I started listening to my friends, like for real, on like how to on like inspiration for my stuff. So 18th, I think my friend told me that I should draw like a mask or something, and I was like, that'd be cool. So these are obviously gonna go into the Shouts and Incisio, probably the Blue Ivy, because these guys are wearing masks and like the mask, Doctor Fate, you know the rest. This one is just fire. I don't even know what story this is going into, but it's like supposed to be a thumbs down. Fire. And then there's the so I went to this like competition for coding. I think like a hackathon or something. And I stopped drawing here. Like I stopped making these like on February 19th, I believe. And I just went into like get ready for the hackathon. Like I just took a break from drawing this. I was obviously drawing every day, but I took a break. And then I had like a Tsukiyomi moment where everything just clicked for me. And it was we just I don't know, it was a perfect storm of all my creative ideas and all my like technological well, all the stuff that I'm good at or decent at just like all clicked for me. And then this went from here and it went to a Tsukiyomi. It again, I keep saying Tsukiyomi. It's just a moment of realization. So the X Games, I liked the Goofy movie a lot, and I thought that's how college was gonna be. And then I learned that college wasn't like that. I was like, this is shitty. But then I was like, also, I'm in college, so I can just make college. Anyway, I was like, I'm gonna make college fun for myself. So it went from is it love or lust? Is it this is I think supposed to be patience versus wrath. This is just supposed to symbolize how like it kind of went out. And then I'm not gonna probably do anything that crazy for March or April or May. I might stop doing this for a while because I don't know how I'm gonna move them out of my room exactly. Like they have to go somewhere, but where do I store them? My parents aren't like the biggest on my whole art stuff. They don't really like it's not really like their priority, so which makes sense. I mean, they have four kids. Why would they give a fuck about that? But I mean, I think it's fun. I make all these stories and shit. I don't know. It's weird. I think I have a. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna close by saying I appreciate people looking at the stuff. I appreciate people like liking my art. I have like a couple. I have like a small following on my social media, and I think that's like really, it's like really awesome. Like there are essentially like maybe like there are like 20 people who like my stuff consistently. They see my art and they're like, you know what? That's cool. That's like that means a lot to me. I know it's like 20 people. Why does he care about 20 people? 20 people consistently look at my stuff and it's like, you know what? That's cool. I like his art. And like, honestly, that means the world to me. I think I learned that from just like watching people like Abba and Preach. You got to be grateful like for the really small things because it can always get big soon. But yeah, I mean, this is the end of the wall recap. I again super grateful for whoever watches this. Super grateful for like the fact that I can make this stuff. That I have I have a brain. I have hands. I have art tools. Like I'm kind of spoiled, bro. I have like all these art tools all around, bro. Like look at all this stuff. I have this many art tools. I have markers, pens, uh, uh pencils, like all of this stuff I have. I have crayons too. I have sketchbooks. Not everybody has that type of stuff. And it's like really cool that I have them. I'm grateful for just like I don't know, man. I just have like a lot of gratitude. So that's the end of this video. I'm not gonna ask for like likes and subscribes and shit. I just ask that like you keep checking in, you keep saying, you keep being like, hey, I wonder what Zay made, and eventually you might be surprised. Zay may make something cool. I hate talking about myself in the third person. Well, this is the end. See ya. Goodbye.